And this is July 14th, 2024, and we're here at the Fort Kent Airport. Yes, at the Fort Kent Airport. For today, we're having a fly-in from the Maine Powerchute Association. And of course, your first question is, what is a powerchute? And a powerchute looks like a big snowmobile with a fan in the back and a parachute that brings you up in the air on a wonderful flight to see the scenery. The parachute is flat and off it goes. In no time, they're off the ground. And into the sky. Look at the beautiful colors against the blue sky.
Here we are at a scheduled fly-in, July. This was supposed to be in August, actually. And we changed the Presque Isle fly-in. That was in August. That was scheduled for July. We moved to August because of the Balloon Fest, and we moved this fly-in here. We have a fly-in Fort Kent once a year. But it's been 2 years since we had one, because the 2 years earlier, we had weather issues. So we had to cancel the 2 fly-ins in the 2 past years, but they're finally here, and oh, beautiful, beautiful. And usually they'll come up for you know, on a Friday, and then we'll try to get flights in on a Friday night, Saturday, then the Sunday morning, and they leave. But then this year they decided they would go to Thursday. They come in Thursday. So our first flight on Friday was really good. A little misty, but we had good winds. Actually, we had good winds throughout all this, and winds are so critical for us because we can't fly in adverse winds. These powered parachutes are not designed to fly in any conditions. It's all about winds, and the winds, the calmer they are, the better there is. And so the MPA, which is the Maine Powerchute Association, was formed long before I was a pilot. I've been doing this for about 10 years, piloting this. I was a pilot for, private pilot for a fixed wing airplane. Then I hadn't flown for quite a while. Back into it with powered parachutes. And I love the powered parachute part. It's really enjoyable. It gets me back in the air. And that's what most of these pilots enjoy too, is that they're just able to fly locally a lot and gets them back in the air. We're not going to Bangor or Portland with these things, but we are definitely enjoying flight. And we, personally for me, being part of the association, the fun of it is to bring people up that have never flown before. So I don't mind flying alone, but I would prefer not to fly alone. And I specifically enjoy bringing people that have never flown before, ever. And especially never flown a powered parachute, because there's not too many people that have done that as well. So it's more enjoyable to fly with somebody because I get the experience of listening in the back seat. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. And oh, what is it? Yeah, so that's great. And this morning we were looking to fly with eagles, and it didn't happen. Last night we did. I did fly with somebody last night that got to experience what it was like. I can't explain why eagles will lift off sometimes in front of us, and then they'll fall back and just fly with us. They should. You know, any bird should say, I'm not getting close to this thing, I'm going to go left or right. They'll fly with us. And I guess if you could explain why porpoises love going with ships, maybe that's the same thing with eagles with our powered parachute. But we get to experience it. And looking from an eagle from above looking down is really quite an experience, you know what I mean?
So the next one?
The next one, as I understand, is in Bodenham. It's our next scheduled one. This would probably be in 2 or 3 weeks. Then the next one after that is Presque Isle in August. I believe August 22. We're on the Balloon Fest. So when the Balloon Fest is in town in Presque Isle, we'll be up there as well in Paul Sear's field. We enjoy flying that field. We enjoy Paul Sear, period, because his photography is just awesome. He always gets great shots of us. And it makes the sport even nicer because we get Paul Sear to promote us. In his photos, you see quite a bit of powered parachute. It's because he's sitting in the back of one with the lens on the rest of us.
Perfect.
Everything was perfect about this weekend. Really, when we can find a weekend like this, it's fantastic. We don't want to show up at a fly-in that we have scheduled, and we have about 8 or 9 or 10 of them, sometimes more, sometimes a little less there, but we don't want to show up at a fly-in and we only get 1 day of flying in. with those kind of days or weekends, we decide, let's call it, try to move it, or sometimes just have to cancel it completely. But boy, when we get up in the air with this bunch of people, and they're a great bunch of guys. And we do have, in our club, we do have one female. She's a certified flight instructor out of New Hampshire. She's part of our organization as well. She doesn't fly with us too much because she's busy teaching other people how to fly powered parachute.
And of course, your first question is, what is a power chute? And a power chute looks like a big snowmobile with a fan in the back and a parachute that brings you up in the air on a wonderful flight to see the scenery. With any parachute, the first thing that happens is that you have to check it and lay it out. And make sure that it's laid out straight on the ground and flat. A lot of care must be taken, especially with the many strings in the chute, to avoid any tangles. Beautiful day. Getting strapped in to these protective seats. Making radio contact with each other as well. And now we're getting ready to take off. Ooh. Oh. Not sure. Now the parachute is completely open. And off he goes. Beautiful. You've got to make sure that everything is perfect before you take off. And he did. And it worked. Oh, he's gonna go. It might be. No, he's doing touch and goes. A lot of practice goes in, which is what he's doing. Beautiful. Pilots enjoying their flight. Now you can ride two in these power chutes. As you can see, now we're taxiing over to the end of the runway where the parachute is going to be spread out, all set to take off. In, but some of them are just doing touch and go. Another touch and go. Fearless fly-in. And now they're starting to come in. Watch the power chute. The power chute just slowly drifts to the ground. Everything comes to a halt.
I'm Mike.
I'm Barbara.
And you're from where?
I'm from Bar Harbor.
I'm from Lubeck.
Good town. I'm assuming you're flying the plane, so you've got a lot of hours.
Yes, I was here last time you filmed.
Now, Barbara, this was your maiden flight.
Yes.
First time.
Yes.
What was it like?
It was absolutely amazing. It was fun. I can't wait to go again. Can't stop grinning.
How was the view?
Oh man, I knew it would be beautiful because I knew Presque Isle, Aroostook County was beautiful, and I just knew that this would be absolutely wonderful. I felt like a bird.
And out comes the parachute. Attached to the power chute. In this case, this particular model has a car engine in it as opposed to some other, but it's a car engine. Safety is everything in this sport. Making sure that everything is well packed, well dried, and certainly not tangled. And here's Freddie Haynes with his power chute. Okay, Freddie from Presque Isle. And off he goes. Very short takeoff. Certainly the parachutes, once open, make a lot of drag building up. Oh, and now we're coming in for a landing. Freddie Haynes. We may be in the way, or is he going to drop on top of us? No. You can tell it's a real short landing area. Look how smooth that is. Nice. And now, this is George Dumont. We can tell by the colors on his power chute. Taking off. Revving up. And off he goes. And now George is coming in at the other end of the runway, into the wind, and it's going to be landing here shortly. Amazing, just flying right over the ground, gently touching the ground, and then coming to a stop. And as soon as he stops, no more air in the parachute, it just collapses to the ground. Look at that. So graceful. How can I have your name?
Wendy Black,
From where, Wendy?
Lubec, Maine.
Nice town.
Beautiful.
It's
yes.
beautiful on the coast. Now, what brought you here to Fort Kent?
Well, I work with Barbara Matthews at the school. I'm a teacher and she's our school nurse. And she found out about these guys and we had seen them in Dubois. And we weren't able to go up and fly when we got there before. So she kind of stalked them a little bit on Facebook and found out where they were at. And we came out here last night and were able to go up this morning.
So this is your first flight ever?
First flight ever.
How did you get, first of all, how did you get injured? You just followed Barbara here.
Yes, she showed me the Facebook and she sent me the links and showed me how they fly and when they go up. And it was the coolest thing that I had ever seen. I've never seen these. I've seen airplanes and I've been skydiving, but I've never seen something like this before. So when she had mentioned it, she's like, do you want to go? Well, we're always up for an adventure, so we went.
And did it meet your expectations?
More. It's amazing. It feels like you're soaring above the clouds. It's just, it's nothing like flying in a plane. It's nothing like being like skydiving. you're just soaring above everything. You can see everything, and when you go down low, you can I was telling them, it's almost like you can reach out and just run your hands across the treetops. It is amazing. I thought I'd be nervous because it's so open, but even turning, I wasn't nervous at all. It was literally just like you're up there floating. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I do it. I told them I can see why you come up and you fly. I would do this every day if I had to be able to do it. It's just amazing. Anybody who hasn't tried it, I'd say come out.
So how are you going to bring this to your classroom?
For my kids?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to show them this video and I'm going to try to get them involved in it. This would be great. To even do when they're down closer to where we're at, to do a field trip and have them come out and see it. This would be a great thing to do because it's something that kids could get involved in and learn about at a younger age so that when they get older, these are options. Yep. Teachers love to have options for kids, like things that you can do. And sometimes they only see this far. Yep. And they don't realize all of the opportunities that they have. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. If you could learn how to do this, it's incredible.
But educationally, you think about the classroom where you have different subjects. There are a lot of subjects in this. Mathematics,
science, history,
science,
math.
Photography, nature, you name it, biology. Yep. It's all here in this, on just flying this
yes.
around. So you could bring a lot of this to the classroom.
Yes. He was showing me the logging. Yeah. And the chains and stuff, the sections in the water and how they chain them up for the mills.
Yep.
I would never know that was there driving around. Yep. I would have never have known that. Right. So you're right. There are so many different levels of it. The social studies teacher can do stuff with them. History. I'm an English teacher at the school, so they can write about it. Our math teacher can use it, so they can use it for everything in the classroom and bringing it into the classroom. Absolutely. So
this really made your weekend?
Yes. Oh, yes. This made my week. This made my month. And I would, any chance that we had, any opportunity, I might have to find something different besides donuts to bring up. They might get their fill of donuts for the amount of times that we'll be going, okay, where are you guys at? Where are you at today? So yeah, I would definitely come out and do this as much as we could, or as much as until they get sick of us.
They won't. Thank you for coming to Fort Kent.
You're welcome.
It's great, and I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
How do people find out about the?
We're on Facebook. The Maine Powerchute Association is on Facebook. We do have a page on there. We also, on that page is the link to our website. It's got all photos from many years of us flying, all the flying locations we've been to. We even have our newsletter, which is kind of comical on there as well. Yeah, kind of fun. If you just want to, if you're interested in it or whatever, if that interests you, you could always go to our website. You'll see a lot more on our website. You will be on the Facebook page probably. So,
thank you, George.
Hey, you're welcome, and thanks for coming to tape us, Don. I'm sure a lot of people really enjoy watching this stuff. It's different. It's not something that you'd see every day, and people do ask us a lot about powered parachute. And thank you very much for taping it and showing people what this is all about.
And there's the first parachute of the day taking off. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful day.